quite frankly, Mochilla is in the premium advertising space. And a lot of people know us for the early days when we first started out really in syndication. And what we did at that time was build incredible relationships with hundreds of the world's top providers of content, premium content, feature-based magazine content, wire service content, newspaper content, and also niche 2.0 website content. And what we've done today is we've worked these relationships where we can take a premium brand advertiser's message and we can wrap that message with premium content, and then we can put that into syndication with our technology. So we have this incredible technology wrapper that allows us to power, for instance, a technology section on the LA Times, Chicago Tribune, Dallas Morning News, and 70 other websites around the country. IDG is the world's leader in providing technology reviews and content, PC World, Mac World content. And what we do is we take their video, their articles, and their photos, and we package that in this super wrapper, if you will. And then this wrapper seamlessly inserts into websites of the Tribune Company, of Gannett, of Belo, of Freedom, so LA Times, Dallas Morning News, etc. And what's nice about this is it creates a cohesive look and feel, and more importantly, a way for the advertiser, through IDG's sales force, to amplify their message. And this hasn't been around before. I mean, quite frankly, if you think about it, we're solving a problem that's fundamental to online advertising. Online advertising has fundamentally been broken because it's been so fragmented. It's been hard for brand advertisers to get a large media buy going. And in fact, that's one of the reasons why Google has been so successful in the past, because they've been able to provide a large breadth of audience, right? And essentially what we're doing is we're providing a vehicle that allows premium advertisers to reach hundreds of millions of unique monthly visitors in this country. For instance, our news network reaches over 220 million UMVs, unique monthly visitors. So we fundamentally provide our value by providing this technology capability, so the ability to integrate your content and the advertiser's message into this package. And then we provide a capability for syndicating that out to our large set of relationships. So fundamentally the way that would work is, for instance, if you're a large publisher like an IDG, and you happen to be sold out on some sections of where the advertiser wants to be, what we can do is we can take that section, that talking head, that content that the advertiser wants to be part of, right? And if you're sold out at the 30 million impressions a month that you have to offer, we can provide you another 100 million impressions if you need it. And we can put that on other premium destinations around the country.
And the ads are controlled in the way they would be on their own site?
Yes, that's correct.
And so how, you guys take a percentage? Is it a software as a solution?
It's a revenue share model. We take a percentage. And in many cases, you know, we've found that our relationships with publishers, so we started out in this model with IDG. We've recently announced with Investors Business Daily. And we just started, announcing, the notion of other series of publishers, that are feature-based, world-class leaders in their category that we're working with, that we're going to be announcing throughout the year. Fundamentally, the CPMs are being driven from the value of the context of the content and the placement. So if you think about it, we generally are seeing CPMs that are, not too dissimilar from the original location. So, we generally would suggest that, I don't think we see CPMs less than 20% of the original destination, because it's essentially the same content and it's going to premium destinations, right? So they're relatively, in the premium space, which ranges by category, of course, right? Whether it's consumer packaged goods or automotive. But the net of it is I think of premium CPMs, in the $5, $10, $15, $20 plus range. And they vary, of course, depending on what kind of content you're associated with. Video, of course, on a pre-roll has much higher CPMs, right, versus being a display or a rich media ad with text. We've been incredibly, in some ways I feel lucky. We've all worked very hard, but just in this last year alone, the performance of our company has been amazing, right? So Q2, from an advertising revenue standpoint, was 3 times of Q1, right? Our Q3 revenue is 2 times of Q2, and it's continuing to grow at that rate. So we're growing our revenue in advertising, in the premium space, at perhaps the toughest time in history. And the reason that's happening is because our ads are performing. So it's no secret here. We're not doing a whole lot of special sauce stuff, right? We're just putting relevant content with relevant messaging in the right place. And in some cases, we're getting 5x click-through rates of what the conventional. So, for us, today we're a venture-backed firm. Our investors include Charles River Ventures, Mission Ventures. We have the Greenspun Corporation. And we also have Jerry Colonna, who's a prominent venture person here in New York. And we have a strategic investor, Bilo, is also a direct investor in the company. We've capitalized over $30 million to date. The company is doing extremely well. I would also say that we're going to be growing the company this year and hiring a number of additional folks to increase our business development efforts.